Good morning, folks, or good afternoon, or whatever the case. Hang on, I get a chair there. Yeah, I didn't know you guys were there, sneaking up on me, eh? Hey, you're probably wondering, or thinking, hey, Gator, what are you doing? Well, this is a mock-up, eh? I'm a industrial electrician, but I know a lot about housing electrical, and I'm gonna show you just this is all going to revolve around safety and how to keep your house safe in the cold season when a lot of people are be using these radiant heaters there. I'm gonna do a mock-up here, and I'm gonna show you something. But it's not for this one, it's for the other one. I know the last one I showed you, I was supposed to go in my drawers in the cabinet there, but I decided not to do that. And storing it, it's an idea for later on. I think I got 27 different ideas of videos to make that I've accumulated through the last year. There's some discussion in there about on YouTube about which is the right way. Hang on. Which is the right way to put a plug on? Is that the right way, or is this the right way? As far as where we live in Canada, there's no, I should say Ontario. Yes, that's the province that I'm in. We have a Ontario electrical code, and as far as what they're concerned, doesn't matter. The train of thought is that it doesn't change nothing. But in the province right next to ours, which is Quebec, okay, all the electricians there, this is not in the code, electrical code, but all the electricians will tell you, like here in Ontario, most electricians will tell you, the little guy's got to be smiling. See, he's smiling there? There? Well, most electricians in Quebec are going to tell you this is the right way to put it on. And you know the reason for their thinking? Is something never fell in between the plug and the receptacle. Fell like that. Something out of metal. It's going to hit the ground before it hits the power. The power is this. I can't see which one. Okay, the one on this side. Yeah, that's the small one. That's the power part. The other side here is the neutral. There's no power. Well, there is sometimes, but I'm not going to get into that today. This is supposed to be balanced, and if it's balanced, there's no power on that prong. And then the ground. The potential between the neutral, which is the big one, and the ground, which is the round one, or more or less, it's supposed to be the same. Anyways, that's the story on that. But this is not with this revolt. Maybe I won't even get to it. I was supposed to get to the tools. Well, different companies, even Snap-on, and other companies too, Craftsman, that was sold by Sears. Now I think they're sold by somebody else. But how they've changed through the years, and there's a danger in these new tools that come from China. There's a danger, and it's good to be aware. And I'll tell you why I know. I know because it's happened to me a few times, and one time I got cut pretty bad. Is all these tools, they're cast, and they're just cast pig iron, yes. And they put, like, even sockets and things like that, they put it together and they just sell it. They don't care. And you know what? When it really comes down to the crunch, when you're using one of these tools, if it breaks and you're really heaving it to it, well, then your knuckles are going to end up somewhere, and sometimes it's not a good story, eh? It's just, I don't know. Okay, here's another one. you got time? It's a little story here. I was on it was a chat site, eh? And I think it had to do with tractors. And there was a guy from China in there. And he used to talk about the different, the gray tractors, they call them. And there was a discussion that started on tools, eh? And the Chinese guy said, if the companies wanted to pay the Chinese to make a tool that's as good as an American-made Snap-on, they could make it. But what happens, like Snap-on, I'm talking Snap-on. It could be Gray. It could be I was going to say Great West. There's one Westward, I think. Anyways, doesn't matter. Just a name brand that was made in America, and they were known as a good tool. Well, now they get them made in China. It's not only because of the wages. They're cutting the quality of the metal that they're made with, eh? And a lot of these probably a ship like the Concordia there that sank, they're probably melt that with some other rusted iron, and they get these impurities, and it's not smelted right, and first thing you know, they got these billets full of crap, eh? And then they're pouring out some tools that are substandard. And our companies, because it's companies, well, when you buy a name brand, like if I buy, what is this? Okay, this is a Eastwing hammer. Oh, I promise you I'm going to come back to this. Just by the way, see, when I'm putting the, well, here, this is an example. See that? I mark from under here, whoops, from under here to here, a foot, 12 inches. That's the measurement from the floor to the bottom of the receptacle, okay? In a house. So, put that on the floor, and then your receptacle is at 1 foot. See the red tape? Boom. So you just put your receptacle there, boom, 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 boom. The newer boxes, they got things on the side here, you just hammer them in and they stick in, then you drive your nails in. Makes it solid. But that's not our project for today. That's for another day. Where was I? What was I talking about now? Remind me. I can't even remember it. I was talking about tools there and how they make it, or they could make good tools, but companies, the North American companies, don't want to pay for them. And that's the big problem, eh? It's we're just gonna I don't know how long it's been there. Ooh, I can't even see the clock on the camera. But anyways, just another thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't want to stretch too much on this. But there's some talk about which equipment to buy. Like it was Steve Robb, and he asked Keith Bobcat guy there what he should get, and I elaborated a little bit, but I don't want to presume or make like I know everything. But I think it's just the way I'm thinking. Okay, so as I thought about this a lot, and I went through a lot of different things. Not quite the young chicken that I used to be, eh? And I used to own a CJ6 made by Bombardier, and it was a machine that we used to use to go fishing with, eh? I had that parked, and it was 3 weeks I didn't go to this place, and I didn't have a garage for it. That was one of the problems, but there was a key and it was locked, eh? And so we get there, 3 weeks I wasn't there. We get there, it's broken into. They ripped the lags, like the tracks on each side. It was the whole back side, the drive side, the whole back there, it was gone. somebody needed it. And a good part of the motor was gone. They didn't take the block, but they took about everything else but the block. It was a Continental engine. Those, you find those in a lot of different things. The Willis Jeep. Oh, no, it wasn't a Continental engine. It was a Slant 6, a Chrysler Slant 6 that was in them. Anyways, a good part of the engine was gone. The rad was gone, and it was just too much trouble to salvage it, eh? And hey, like, you know, for the price I had paid, then I start putting money in that there, I just abandoned the idea. So when you're gonna buy a machine, always think that you're gonna have to store that somewhere. The size, like I'm thinking, like if you need a machine you need a loader, you need a backhoe. The speed you want to travel at, like if you want to make distances, tracks aren't the best. But if you really have like mucky ground, well, tracks are better. But you get stuck with a track loader, you're gonna need a lot bigger machine to pull you out. While with a normal tractor, there's ways. I'm not going to elaborate on that, how you get these tractor unstuck, but you can usually work your way out with a backhoe at the back there. But anyways, it's just a show that not the show. I don't want to show nothing. I just want to make people think that when they're talking, first usually people think about what make I'm gonna buy. That's probably the last thing you should think of. First thing is what size you're gonna buy, what you're gonna buy, and then what different, I was gonna say appliances. Like what you're gonna need. You want a blade in the front, you want something to cut the grass underneath, you need a cab, you don't need a cab, you want a box blade at the back, a scraper blade, a toot bar. There's 2001 different equipment that you could put on a tractor, and the size of horsepower you need. I think getting the right size, and for the normal person, usually like if you're not doing a business out of it, you're better to get a bigger, one size bigger than what you think you need, but respecting the budget too. And don't have to necessarily buy new. A lot of people make mistakes and they buy something new, and within a year they'll trade it in, and you can benefit from that. And at the last, you can start thinking the make. Like me, I'll just tell you an instance. I have a John Deere, okay? That's my tractor. But John Deere's, the compact that I have, 36 horsepower John Deere, is not made by John Deere. You know who it's made by? Yanmar. It's good. It's Yanmar have been making diesel engines since 1921 or 22, I believe. What's the name of those engines? Anyways, it doesn't matter. They have a very good reputation, and these tractors are made on John Deere specs. And then Yanmar started making, going into the history of Yanmar a little bit here, bear with me. Yanmar made tractors for Cub Cadet, and so John Deere kind of broke the relationship with them, and that lasted for 2 or 3 years, I believe. And now John Deere is back with Yanmar because I guess they can't make the tractor for what they can buy it, and it's decent quality. So Kubota, you get into Mahindra there, then and the Coyote. I don't have, there's some people that say good things about Coyote, and they've evolved through the years. They have been making, in China, they've been making tractors for a long time, but I don't know. They've evolved, okay. But on the farm, like my daughter, my son-in-law's farm, they have one, and I don't know. It's how do they say that? It's cold hardened. It's a tractor in the cold that's not. But they've changed, eh? So I'm just saying that whatever fits, like. You buy a Mahindra, you're going to pay less than you're going to pay a John Deere or a Kubota or I don't know about, what is it, Massey, is it Massey Ferguson? Massey Ferguson, I think, is cheaper. I guess you pay for the name too, don't forget that, eh? But if it's used, there's less difference. But like if you buy a, I know I'm not talking name brand, but I'm gonna talk name brand a little bit. If you buy a John Deere, it'll hold its price better than if you buy a Mahindra. Buy a Mahindra, well, in 10 years, well, that Mahindra is worth $2,000. That's just the way I think, eh? Not necessarily true, you're going to have to try it for yourself, but just think about it, eh? The tractor is worth maybe $10,000 less with the same thing on it. When you buy it, well, it's not going to be worth more when you're going to sell it, eh? So that's my way of thinking. But anyways, and on top of that, I'm not saying that I know everything about buying tractors. It's just an idea that you have to be, if you buy too big, well then you're stuck with storing it, and you're stuck when you break down big equipment. You need big tools and big lifting and big jacks and big everything to service it. And when you get stuck with something big, well, you need something bigger to pull it out. I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, this is a future video, but I'm just setting up. There's a lot of setup to this because I don't know. I'll probably be making a video. I don't know if I'll get this before Christmas. Oh yeah, talk about Christmas. I got some little Christmassy music in the front of the video there, at the start there. Just so that you guys get into the Christmas spirit, because it's coming, eh? Don't got much snow, but we got a little bit of cold there right now. So okay, I've said enough for today. Drag on, and most people will check out before before the video is over. Okay, so I salute you all. I enjoyed making this, and don't forget, people, we'll see you in the next one.